Welcome back, everybody, or welcome if you are new. Today we're in the street stocks here at Southern National. I figured I'd just run this because it's something different to run this week. We are car number 1 here. I feel kind of quick at this track, but it gets super loose, super fast, so you got to be careful with that going in and out of these corners. Later in the race, your back end's probably going to be stepping out on you a lot. The fastest I ran so far was like a 6:44. Someone in this practice got a 6:31, so it'll be interesting to see if they can hold that. Trying not to get too sideways in my qualifying lap. Car felt kind of tight there. I get on the brakes a little, let it roll, and try to slowly get on the gas and keep the car straight, not getting sideways. 7:16, not too bad. Try to push it a little bit on the second lap, got completely loose. This lap will probably not be any better. If you hit the gas a little bit too quick, your back end's just going to kick out on you really bad. Dang, he ran a 5? That's really fast. I think I could have gotten down to second place, but I don't think I could have gotten to the 5s. That is flying. This fast I've seen anybody get so far. But so far we're third. There's no cautions in this, 40 straight laps, so qualifying somewhat up front will be good for us. And there's still a few people left to qualify, so I'll pick you guys back up when we're getting ready to go green in the race. Alright, well, we stayed in third, which is really nice. I'd rather be on the bottom than the high side. The 8-car Matt Malone, I know he's pretty popular on Twitch and YouTube for iRacing. He does a lot of road stuff, I know that, but he's pretty entertaining. But it was funny to see him in this race, because I know he normally does road stuff. So it's interesting to see him on an oval. But hopefully we could have a good race here. Should be pretty quick 40 laps as well with no cautions. And hopefully we could keep it pretty clean up front. So, hopefully there's not many wrecks around us. Because when I was in practice, there was people just like not holding their brake whatsoever when they were wrecking. But also in a practice, this race is like all classes. So there was like rookies and all through all the classes in there. So, kind of makes somewhat sense. When you wreck, just hold your brake. And if you're sitting still, don't start moving when cars are coming. Because so many people were doing that, and it was so frustrating. But I know it's just practice, but I practice what I would do in a race in that situation. But at the same time, I just reset in a practice lobby. I'm going to take off my fuel and tires real quick, just in case we get wrecked, and we can use that fast repair. So we don't have to sit there the whole time for that pit stop. That's like a key thing. If you end up having to use your reset, that will save you a ton of time because street stock pit stops are super slow. Really, really slow. Yeah, you'll get new tires. Wow, you have like 400 laps of fuel here. That's hilarious. You'll get new tires, but it's not going to mean too much, really. You're going to lose so much time being on pit road, and these laps go by so fast. You'll lose multiple laps taking an actual pit stop.
Back in your seat there, bud. Give those belts a good tug. Get a good look at your steering wheel there. Make sure
Matt, you better keep that.
Hey, cars down, be ready.
Had a decent restart, actually. Able to get in the inside a second.
Outside.
I saw 4th place get in behind me. That was sketchy. I was hoping he wasn't going to try to dive bomb me. I was really sketched out about that. Thought we might have gotten punted in the first corner.
Stay on.
Try to take it easy. Not get too loose in these beginning laps. Try to save somewhat of the tire for later on. He's getting like really low in the corner, which works a lot better. I'm staying a little too high. Don't want to get on that apron, I don't think, though. But like him getting all the way to the apex of the corner is allowing him to drive straighter off the corner, I think. They're running pretty good laps. 8s right now. Okay, I lost it. Hit the gas a little too hard there. That was not good. The back end is mad at me now. I can hear my tires screaming. But we were pulling away from the pack behind us, so hopefully I can just do that again. Just gotta drive smooth. Because you really don't want to get on the gas too early. They are hitting behind me, I saw. Sounded like somebody hit the wall, or that was just them hitting each other. I'm not sure. I heard fenders hitting. But these street stocks have that like newer damage model where you like lose fenders and everything.
Going on the bottom.
So like the sound effects are super loud for it. But they look cool. They're very like predictable, like the same things happen over and over again with the damage model. So that's kind of unfortunate. I wish it was like more of a like wreck to wreck bases. Stayed too low there for too long. Oh, don't get loose going in. That's worse than I think coming off, in my opinion.
Inside.
Getting loose going in, it's harder to save because there's so much banking in these corners.
Good job.
I don't want to destroy my tires being on that outside either, so rather just let him go by for now. He was starting to catch me a little bit anyways. I feel like he might have, maybe he hasn't gotten loose yet and his tires aren't yelling at him like mine are. But we're already 10 laps into it. These 40 laps are going to go by super fast. There's a lap car up there with the leader. He seems pretty quick, the lap car does. Because I saw him come out of the pits. I don't know if they are a lap down yet, if they lost a lap or multiple laps, I'm not sure. My tires are hating me. I'm getting on the brake a little bit too much turning. Because you really want to like try to roll through the corner. And then get on the gas coming off. That was not a very good example. The 5's doing a great job of it right now. So is the leader. I just know my tires are hating me. I can hear them. I'm really interested to see my tire wear at the end of this race. Because I never did do like a full 40 lap run on these tires. I would go like 15, 20 laps or so because there's so many people in the practice that everybody was just wrecking. It was hard to even get like a long run. You were lucky to get a couple laps in sometimes because people were wrecking so much. You see all the tire marks coming off of these corners, which is so funny. Kind of going in as well. But more tire marks coming off for sure. Southern National is interesting just because it's such a tiny track, but it's so banked in the corners. And the street stocks are just so loose, and I like the setup combination for this track at least. I'd rather have a little bit looser of a setup. I don't know what's happened to him. He was behind me.
You're pretty bad, Brian.
Hopefully that doesn't mean there's a wreck up here somewhere. That lap car is actually taken off from the leader.
Slow in front of you on the bottom.
Slow in front of us on the bottom.
Slow on the bottom.
There he is. Okay, he's going into pit road. We've got a sizable gap behind us. I'm kind of maintaining the gap in front of us too, decently. I'm not like trying to stay off of him. He's just running really well. I think he's catching the leader slightly too. God, I'm getting so loose off these corners right now. It's bad. But we're starting to get into more lap traffic up there, it looks like. Ooh, 5 car is real loose there. Ten car and 14 are battling behind me. 14 car started on second, I think, in second. I think he had that second place time for the qualifying. He's fallen back a little bit. The outside just like really hurt him, I think. Because if you had a start on the outside, I think you lost a couple spots pretty much regardless. Except the guy that started in 4th, which I don't know where he went anyways. That might have been the 5 car right here. I'm not sure. I don't know if his front end is yellow. I just know it was a yellow nose behind me that scared the crap out of me. But that actually might be one of the cars up there that was in front of the leader that started taking off too. That might have been him. He might have ended up in a wreck. I don't know. Because that 4th place guy was able to jump in behind me pretty well and gain a spot out of it too. It takes so much concentrate in this track, but also you're like turning so much. I'm starting to get like, not dizzy, but like cross-eyed just looking at the track. And the banking over and over again. I don't know if you guys get like that either. That happens to me when I play too much on like PlayStation or something. What it did back in the day when I used to play PlayStation a ton. My hands started feeling crossed when I started playing a ton. Like, it started getting, like, mindless almost. And my hands felt crossed. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys have experienced the same thing in either racing or playing on console. Lap 25 out of 40. Oh god, it's getting loose. This track is pretty tough. But I do like the loose setup. It makes it fun. I'd rather have a loose setup than a tighter one. Because I'd rather people be sliding around wrecking than just tight plowing into a corner into each other. Because you can work more with a loose setup, in my opinion. Got the 17 and 11 in front of us. You gonna stay high? No, not really. And he's spinning himself out. Nice. I think he like ducked low because of that car that was wrecked up there, which I don't blame him. But I had to like check up a little bit not to spin him out, and then he spun himself out coming off the corner, so that still happened.
I barely tapped it.
There's a lot of lap traffic up here too.
Almost clear.
11 car was really loose there. I was loose also. He got spun up the track. That was a lap car, it looked like. Oh, maybe not. Oh, actually it was. But the 6 car fell back. The 5 car got into the lead. I saw first place up here. Ooh, he might have some damage. And I like hit the brakes a little bit too much there, trying to miss that. Don't dive bomb me, dude. He's going to. 10 car is not very smart. Yeah, you had a run, but could have just easily wrecked us both. Or at least me. Because he probably just would have punted me out the way. But we're starting to get into a lot of lap traffic where people are wrecking left and right now. Okay, 8 car, you didn't have to bump me there. That's fine. He's starting to dive me, so I'm just gonna not get wrecked by him.
Still there.
I hate when people start to like just dive it in there.
Still there.
'Cause that's the easiest way to wreck people.
Clear.
And I hate getting into people going into corners especially. Like, try to set them up, get a good exit, and go under them on the straightaway. Instead of trying to bump them out of the way on the track. Which, yeah, that's short track racing. I understand that. It's just frustrating overall. But I would not be surprised if the 10 gets into the 6 up there. The way he, like, dove it in behind me. So I gotta be careful of that. 8 car's a little loose there. Oh, that's Matt. Hello. I thought he got wrecked with the comments he was making earlier. I thought he got wrecked or something. Somebody got loose up there. I think it was the lap car. 6 car is getting shuffled back. I think he might have some like front right damage. Because he has just started to fall back really bad. Even the lap car is going to get on the inside of him. Ooh, I thought the lap car was going to wreck him there. Try to get to the inside lap car, get by him. So maybe I could try to fight with the 6 for that spot. Lap car, why are you coming low? I left you the lane on the outside. Oh geez, we're already on the white flag? Holy shit. Yeah, I told you these 40 laps go by fast. Like when I started battling with the guys up here. Ooh, 8 cars loose. He really did well coming up through the field though. Dang, if I had like 5 more laps, might have been right back up there with him. My tires were hating me though after the first half of the race where I started getting loose. My tires were hating me. So I fell back really quick. But the 5 car ended up winning it. He was really fast, just stayed consistent. So good for him. Good race. Luckily, we didn't get in any wrecks. I don't really know what happened through the race. I just lost time through it. My tires were hating me. Because I think it was about this lap where I just like pushed a little too hard. Coming off of, I think it was this corner. Yeah, I got super sideways. Luckily, I was able to save it. 10 car was the one that started in 4th because he had that yellow front end. He got bumped by the 5 there. But there was a couple times where I just got super loose. Started pulling away again. I just like drove a little bit too hard on a couple corners. Where did I get really loose again? I think it was this lap. It was going into this corner. Yeah, I drove it in a little bit too hard, hit the brakes, and it just started snapping on me. So I just figured I'll straighten it out, let the 5 go by. But there was a lot of wrecks there in that race. I don't really know. Like later on in the race, I would say there was. Just really late, like past halfway, like lap 30 or so. I knew there would be beating and banging with no cautions and people just getting all around each other. Is this lap really slow for him? It looked like it. Oh, Jesus. The 6 car just dumped the 7. What the hell was that? That's why he lost the lead. I never even saw this happen. I was wondering what happened. The 6 car just got in low, it looks like. Like, he went to go dive in on the 7, and I don't think the 7 expected that, and he just got yeeted out of the way. 5 car went right by him. And the 5 car just took off from there, won by 2 seconds. That was the front right damage I was thinking the 6 had. And then he came up on the lap car. Like, the lap car did nothing wrong there. They just ran the outside. 6 car thought he was clear. It put him in the wall, so he had more right side damage from that. I thought I was going to be able to get by him. But, that was unfortunate. So, oh well. Good race overall. Started 3rd, got up to 2nd, fell back to 5th. My tires were hating me, though. My tires really were hating me. It was bad, but probably going to lose a little bit of iRacing thinking about it, because we're car number 1 out of 18, finishing 5th. I think we're going to lose the slightest bit, probably. So, let's go see what we end up getting out of this one. Alright, results in. Strength field was almost 2,300. I know there was a lot of people that registered for it. Yeah, there's 5 different splits. Holy crap, there was a lot of people in that. And I was the highest rating guy that was in it. That's pretty cool. We actually ended up gaining 18. I'll take that. And my I rating isn't even really that high on Oval, so I was kind of surprised I was car number 1 because it was only in the 3,400s. But I'll take the I rating gain. Hell, I'll take that for sure. And plus 0.1 in the safety too, which I don't care about my safety as much because I know I have a lot, so... Good race overall. It was pretty clean up front for the most part. The 5 had a 4X. I don't remember seeing him get a 4X. It might have been once he got the lead or something. Oh wait, it might have been behind me actually before he got by me. I'm not sure, but I know the 6 got a 4X from hitting the 7, and then just behind us was a lot of X's. There were some guys with 0X. They just weren't as fast at all, but they were keeping it clean and just kept chugging I can't speak. Jesus Christ, kept chugging along. I could not say that for the life of me. Jesus. I sounded so dumb for some reason. I just can't speak tonight, this morning. It's the morning, yeah, that's why. I'm just getting my words all mixed up. But 6 car was super fast there in the beginning. 5 car started coming on about lap 10 or so. He started getting really fast and just started catching the leader. The lap traffic really messed up the leader, but he kind of did it to himself, I think, in my opinion. He kind of dove in on the 7 when the 7 didn't expect it. Hit the 7 out of the way, and then came up on a lap car on a straightaway, which that was just, he just wasn't clear. And the lap car didn't do anything wrong there. He just came up on him. But I'll take 5th place, gaining a little bit of I rating regardless. I don't run Oval too often. I like running it every now and then, but with this being week 13, there's not too many races going on, and I didn't want to run the dirt street stocks at, I think they're Lanier, and I didn't want to run the UMPs at Lima Land. And the Skip Barber car that I was actually going to run again, nobody's running them at Cedar Lake, so that was unfortunate. So I figure I'll just jump on the oval side, do a street stock race, have a little bit of fun with it. But the next races starting tomorrow, or actually starting tonight, because you guys are going to see this video on Monday, even though I'm doing it on Sunday. But tonight, I think at 8, we'll start the new season, and it'll be back to normal races, and hopefully we can do pretty good in the next season, because last season we did pretty well in the limited late models. Out of like the 12 weeks, we won like 7 or 8 races, and I only do 1 race a week, so that was awesome. And then even in the street stocks, I think we won about like 4 or 5 of them. So I had a pretty good season last season. So hopefully we can keep that momentum on the dirt side. But I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the racing. I was just a little bit too loose in the beginning, and my tires just hated me the rest of the race, but it made for a fun race overall. Got back into A little bit of a hornet's nest once the 10 caught me, the 8 caught me. I was trying to get up to the 6 there at the end, but the laps just ran out. If I had like 5 more laps, might have been right back up with them because my tires started feeling a little bit better. But it is what it is. I had a good race, had a fun race at least. So appreciate you guys for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more racing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.